The 2009 U.S. Open men's final was played in New York City between number one seed Roger Federer from Switzerland and number 16 Juan Martín del Potro from Argentina. This was their seventh match that they had ever played. Federer had won the first six matches, and they played earlier this year in the 2009 season. Federer won convincingly in Australia, and he also won in the semifinals in the French Open after being down 2-1. So the Potro was starting to tighten things up a little bit with Federer, but Federer was still 6-0 at this point. When the match was played, Federer was 28 years old and Del Potro only 20. So this was a sort of a surprise final. Even though Del Potro was a six seed, he wasn't expected to get to the finals. In fact, he was supposed to probably face Andy Murray in the quarterfinals, but Marin Cilic beat Andy Murray, and then Del Potro beat Cilic. And then Del Potro's last match to get to the final was against Rafael Nadal, who we upset. Nadal was the two seed, and Del Potro beat him 2-2. So even though Federer was the clear favorite going into the match, Del Potro had a pretty good pedigree. He was a rising star, and he had a couple wins in the hardcourt season in the U.S. coming in, and playing very well, especially beating Nadal in three sets. Federer had an easier path to the final. I think he lost one, maybe two sets the whole way, and he beat Novak Djokovic in the semifinals. If you've ever seen that crazy shot that Federer hit in a highlight film, where he hits a passing shot past Djokovic through his legs, it was in this match in the 2009 U.S. Open semifinal. It was just the point before match point, and a really cool point if you ever get a chance to look that one up. So we're going into the finals here. Federer already had 15 Grand Slam victories. He was a five-time U.S. Open champion, so he was the defending champ, and he was looking for a sixth straight U.S. Open here, which I don't believe had ever been done. Del Potro was in his first Grand Slam final. So we have a very experienced player against a more inexperienced player. And the first set was well played by both, but Federer got a quick jump on Del Potro, breaking him in his first serve. So Federer went up 2-0, and then he went up 3-love, and then they both split the last six games of the set. Federer winning 6 games to 3. Could have been 6 games to 2 or one even, but Del Potro fought off some great points and was able to hold the serve the second, the third time he served. So credit to him for doing that, keeping it somewhat tight. I think it made a difference, and he had the benefit of serving first in the second set coming up. He had lost. He was down actually triple set point and ended up holding that serve. So that was a good effort by him. And tactically, Federer was playing a very strong game. He was playing an all-court game, mixing in all different kinds of shots, slices, strong forehands and backhands. He hit some drop shots, some drop volleys. Did very well up at the net. Some overhead smashes, served well. Just played his usual all-court game. He was playing at a very high level in the first set. Del Potro also played very well. He kind of sticks to the baseline. Consistent backhand, very powerful but less consistent forehand. And you could see sometimes on some points when they were just going toe to toe from the baseline that Del Potro might have had just a slight edge because he could hit just a little bit harder, kind of flat but hard, and he's moving Federer around. But Federer's, according to the commentators, he wanted to go after Del Potro's forehand because Del Potro had a little bit of trouble moving because he's so tall, 6'6", moving those long legs laterally across the baseline. And Federer was going after his forehand more and more, especially early in the set. Then he started to kind of switch things up as the set went on. And so it'll be interesting to see now that the match is fairly tight, having split the last six games. I guess the second set will kind of hinge upon whether the Potro can make any inroads against Federer's serve. Uh, he never even got to deuce on any of Federer's serves in the first set. And if Federer, which will be able to make some progress against Del Potro serve, which could be very powerful and tough to return at times too. One thing I noticed about Federer also against the Agassi is I I think I mean again this is all in hindsight, but I think if he had been a little bit more aggressive on his return of serve and really beefed up that part of his game, I think that would have been beneficial to him. He hits a lot of slice backhand service returns, and I think he's just getting into the point. But I think he could have gotten in his opponent's heads a little bit better and really gone after some second serves with the backhand or running around the backhand to hit a really good forehand. But anyways, that's just me talking here in 2023. Um, Roger did very well for himself, obviously, with these 15 majors he already won. In this season, too, he had already won the French Open for the first time, and then he won Wimbledon, too. So he's looking for his third Grand Slam, really at the peak of his career, sort of at the end of his prime here, with the 15 majors already won, but definitely looking to get number 16 here and number 6 at the U.S. Open. So first set goes to Federer, 6-3. Good showing by Del Potro too, and we'll see if he can make some more progress in the second set. Looking forward to it.